Here we go, 7.3. We're going to be talking about how to multiply binomials, but there's some special cases here. Really, here's a squared binomial, and it's kind of hidden. We only see one binomial, but this squared right here actually tells us that it's times itself, which means there's two. We're multiplying. This 2 means the same thing. If there's a 3, we would be multiplying it times itself 2 other times. So let's talk about it. We're going to actually start with B, and if we had to go through and do FOIL, you can see all the work that's already on the screen. You would take your outer 5 times 5, your first 5x times 5x, your outer 5x times negative 2y, your inner negative 2y times 5x, and then your last, which is negative 2y times negative 2y. And what we need to be able to notice, what's actually the most important to us, is this part right here. Really, all we're doing when we're multiplying a polynomial by itself, in other words, whenever we're squaring it, is we're squaring the outside terms and keeping them, and then we're taking the inside terms times each other times 2. What I mean is we have 5x times negative 2y, and we have negative 2y times 5x, which are the same thing. We get the same product of negative 10xy. Well, that means we have 2 of them. We put that together and we have negative 20xy. So if we notice this pattern, we can actually go ahead and use that. We know that the first term, in this case, let's look at A. In this case, the first term is 3x, so that's going to square. Well, 3 squared is 9. X squared is x squared. The last term is going to square. So 4 squared is 16. Now, we've got that part done. We just have to figure out what goes in between them. Well, we can take 3x times 4. That's going to be 12x. And here we go. So that's 12x times 2 is 24x. Now, that means my final answer is 9x squared, because I'm just going to bring all of this together, plus 24x, because that's positive, and then plus 16, because that was also positive, and we have our answer for A. Now, this is just a shorthand version of noticing the pattern and what was going on, using that to get to our answer faster, or it's another version of FOIL. Really, it's up to you how you look at it, but it's all the same thing. So all we're really looking at is how do we utilize the methods we already have learned. Let's do it one more time with B here. But again, look at all the work on the right-hand side of where B is. And we're going to work it here underneath. Well, 5x squared is 25, because 5 times 5 is 25, and x squared, because x times x is x squared. 2y squared is negative 2. Sorry, I forgot the negative part on there. It's negative 2y, because we're talking about terms. So negative 2y squared is a positive 4, because a negative times a negative is positive. 2 times 2 is 4, and y times y is squared. And lastly, we have 5 times 2, which is 10. X times y is just xy. When I multiply that by 2, I get 2 times 10 is 20, x times y. So I can rewrite this as 25x squared plus, nope, hold on, minus, because that's supposed to be a negative 10x, because it was 5 times negative 2, not just 2. Sorry, I made a common mistake. I'm glad I caught myself. So we need to come down here. There we go. So we have minus 20xy. And lastly, we have plus 4y squared. And we have our answer for B.